All right, October 31st, 2025. So I'm just getting the charts. It's 6:46 my time, aka 9:46. So we just had market open. Um, and yeah, I'm just gonna do like a full um, kind of like a trading journal for this session. Um, okay, so I'm looking at MNQ, MGC, and CL, and executions right now. All right, so let's just go daily on all four or all three. All right, so on MNQ, we can see that we're basically reacting off this level right here. Um, we've got a new week opening gap right over here, and then like a follow, like a basically like a large busy type deal. I mean, this whole thing is like an imbalance. Um, but we reacted here. It looks like we also took out previous high here, so I would like to see what price action was actually like in this day here. I don't know whether we're bullish or bearish right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw this here so I know where price is going between. Technically, we are working within the previous day's high, previous day's low range. That is our actual range. Um, so if I were to be able to tell you what's my bias, I don't know. And am I drawing liquidity? I don't know right now. Okay, going here again, and one more time. Type out bias. Okay, daily on GC. So looks like we swept lows. Now we are in this here, but we tapped in, came out, came back in with a nice strong bullish candle. And now we're kind of hanging out in here. So we took out the previous day's high, took out the previous day after that. And if I'm looking the previous week's low, which would be down here, but like week after that, oh, this is that one right here. So no, um, doesn't apply. But a previous daily low, which we have kind of come into. Um, so bias is kind of questionable here too. If I was leaning towards something, it looks like we took out this high, and we could be heading lower to something, but we may have already done that. So until I get to the lower time frames, I can't really tell. So I'm going to mark out previous day's high. And this was the previous week's high until just now. Yeah. So now we have a new weekly high right up here. And we're back into the weekly range here. And this could be it, really. I mean, we may not see any more movement after this. But I don't have a clear bias and I don't have a clear draw liquidity. If I had to guess bias right now, I'm bearish because we've already reacted off a level here, but I don't have a draw on liquidity yet. Let's go to oil. Oil, we are basically and we've inversed these daily SIBIs. We took out this high, pulled back, retraced, kind of held this imbalance right here, which is the new week opening gap. No, new day opening gap right here between Wednesday and Thursday last week. Held this. Now we're heading up. So just based on this, my bias is bullish. What's my draw on liquidity? We took out previous day's high, another previous daily high. We have this volume bounce here on the daily, which is it's a new day opening gap. So this right here, send that out. That is my current draw on liquidity. So out of all three, that's the clearest I've got so far. Okay, let's drop down to the 4 hour. Keeping an eye on time, it's 6:53. So within this range, we had a 4 hour here, which has been inversed. Looks like open went up, and now we're heading lower. So kind of feels like we're heading down. We haven't come back into this new week opening gap, which is, yeah, completely untapped. So this right here could be our draw on liquidity. I don't think it's going to make it down here, but I think price could be drawing towards this now, considering that we are failing to make a higher high. We made a lower high. It looks like we made a higher low, higher high low, a higher high, a lower low, a lower low, lower high. So kind of next 5 minutes if this closes bearish, then our previous day's low is the draw on liquidity. That's what I'm leaning towards here. For our MGC. Not the greatest price action. I'm not really other than this daily, which is supposed to be a SIBI. Um, I'm not seeing anything that we're reacting off of. We did take the previous day's high and the previous day's high after that. Seems like price is bearish, but I don't have a clear draw on liquidity unless we go in for these lows down here. Um, we do have these relative equal lows on the 4 hour. So that could be potentially a draw, but I'm not. I think this is more of a consolidation, really. Let's go to 4 here. Yeah, huge candle. We're about to, if we close above here and inverse this the next 4 minutes, yeah, I'm leaning towards to this being the draw here. It's about 40 cents, roughly. So this is still the clearest. This is pretty clear. GC is not clear. I think I'm going to eliminate GC. I just won't look at it anymore. It'll be there kind of barely, but I'm going to focus on these two. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. Okay, so we have this huge 1 hour BISI here, which we're coming into, and this now makes it muddier because we are not below this at all. We do have a strong, we're gonna, looks what it looks like, it's gonna be a very strong close into it, but still, I don't know, it's still muddier. Let's see how we're reacting here. We have this BISI, we have this SIBI on the 1 hour. Let's see how price is respecting this really well, really well. But we could be seeing trapped order flow here at the end of the week. Let me get this out of here, over here. Make it nice and clear. I'm gonna delete this here, and this is not needed. So here's our new week opening gap. On the hourly, we are trending bearish. We're respecting bearish PD arrays, but we haven't respected a bullish PD array in a while, in the last couple days. So my bias is still bearish, but that doesn't mean I can just ignore this 1 hour. That's a very big push up. And this is this is going to be very significant here, I think. That's what we're reacting off right now. This would be a breaker. And just to give it a little bit more emphasis, let's give it, that doesn't help me. Let's do this. Oh, it's so bright. There. That way it's just kind of like we can see what we're looking at. So this is still muddy, but this is clear, very clear right now. All right, let's go to 1 hour. Okay, so we are just about to close above here. We did sweep a high. But I mean, I'm just thinking we'll trace back into this SIBI now. Here we are, we're in the 10 to 11 time. So probably retrace a little bit, and then I'm looking for 1 hour, 1 minute to kind of go up here. So that's kind of what I'm looking at. See what happens here now. So I don't have the ability to be like, oh, we have a 1 hour SIBI created here, but we did respect this completely. In here, we have this low right here that is basically within this imbalance and this imbalance. So I would recognize this as very significant as well. And I'm going to keep that there. I don't know what to label this. I'm just going to bring it PD array. Okay. So I'm going to keep an eye on this level here. and we will watch what price does at this point. If it comes up here and then gives me an entry down, I'll take it. I'm already getting this. So this is coming down back into the BIS or the now inverse fair value gap. What I'm looking for is we already got a little sweep here, a little slow. I want it to come in here and give me another. Give me something to go up here. I'm measuring out contracts kind of preemptively. I don't know. Let's just start. Let's start. Like I don't have anything solid here, but like let's just say I'm starting with this inverse right here. The low here. Two, 2.3 to 1, roughly. It's two contracts. Here's our pullback, retracement. I mean, here, I don't have anything to go off of right now yet, but let's just say it pulls back and gives me something going this way. I'm going to estimate that maybe our high is like above the mean threshold here. And we get something there. And then our draw is the previous day's low, but I'm just going to target. Let's see, what's this first off? This is 159 picks. What? That's a lot. Okay, so this is changing. This might have been it in terms of like a retracement for NQ because it might be super bearish. But let's see, if I go to the lower time frames, there is one here. There's a bit, kind of a bigger one here. This is all after 10. Let's see if I do this. What kind of situation am I looking at? About 40 points. That's the end of the PD array there. I was really hoping that we get a reach up into here. We might get it. We took out a high here, we took out a low here. I'm not going to jump into this. This is still my best bet. But it doesn't look like it wants to hold this inverse value gap. Really glad I didn't jump in here yet. That's what yeah, I was kind of getting that vibe. I think we want to come here first. Go back to the 1 minute. All right, let's keep an eye on. Okay, so here's 9:30 and midnight open. This was 9:30 open right here, yeah. So basically we saw price drop really hard from here. So we didn't have much of a like, oh, we got back up above 9:30 and midnight price. Well, I don't know if we will. London high, or no, this is AM, New York AM high. We took out London high and created this inverse really down here, up here. So pretty significant reversal here. Pretty strong. All right, so coming back over here. Looks like price is finally kind of holding here. I'm gonna draw out my quarter levels just to kind of give me an idea of what we're looking at. Oh, that's convenient. Didn't realize I'd just use those. Looks like we're holding this quarter level. So we may inverse this here, but I'm not going to jump in here. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's promising. Not promising. We're holding the civvy. So respecting this. Oh, we just gapped up. Still, bodies are respecting that. No clear BISI here either. Not yet. We have this imbalance. What I'd want to see is maybe price hold this, come down, hold this volume imbalance, and then give me a BISI to go higher. Still not inverse. This is not official. This is still CIVI. The bodies are holding this. It's becoming a significant level. Tapping into this volume imbalance. Come on, wick in it. If we wick in here and then show respect and then get a BISI, even if it's not above here, there. Okay, so wicked in here. Let's see if this holds. But if it goes up, gives me a BISI, or even closes above this, I'll use this inverse as my entry to go higher. So I'm going to calculate it that way. I'll keep the low here. 180, so about 3 contracts gives me 270 roughly. That's good. Leave that up. Seems like it's struggling to hold this though. Doesn't seem like it's going to play out that way. No. Yeah. Okay. So going lower. Sweep the lows. Pretty significant dump. Creating another SIBI here. I'm gonna get rid of this alignment balance. Don't need that anymore. Oops, not that. This. Alright. It looks like we're heading lower. We're heading back towards 9:30 and midnight open. Didn't get as high as I wanted us to. I'm popped. 1 a.m. Wait a second. Why is it 9:30? Oh, this is messed up. What is happening here? Here's 9:30. Why is the 9:30 open down here? That's 8:30 open. Weird. I'm gonna shut this off here because this is not right. Okay. All right. Well, no biggie. Still holding this. What I'm gonna do is remark out 9:30 open, which is right there. So there. 30. So now we're below 9:30. Where's midnight? Midnight is over here. Way down here. So that might have been or close to correct, but right here. Okay. Let's see what we're looking at. We haven't used this at all yet. but we did use this significantly. So this is significant for me. What I want to see is price get above here, this civvy, inverse this, and then potentially give me either a BISI to aim for within this move up, or use this inverse itself as um, kind of like a support level to go up. But it may not even do that because it's looking bearish. But I'm not gonna go. I'm not switching because let me go back to higher time frame. We have this 15-minute here. We stalled. Price has stalled pretty significantly since 9 in terms of moving higher. Okay, so we're into this 1 hour busy. Totally acceptable move to pull back for going higher. Could be. Let's put this out here. Here's mean threshold. Let's go encroachment. Not sure which one it is. We did inverse these 1 hour civvies. It could go as low as down here. This is the 1 hour breaker. So significant reversal here. See what it does. I have a feeling that I'm not going to see him move during my window here. Probably going to come after. Let's see what gold's doing. You might be surprised. Still kind of consolidating. One sideways here. Kind of forming this triangle pattern, flag pattern. Inverse. We got these highs up here, these lows down here. We need one of them to sweep. If I was airing towards a certain direction, I would air towards bull, but I would want it to come down, take out maybe some of these lows here, and then go higher. So we'll come below the inverse now. We're slowing down. Okay. That's a pretty significant move lower. We didn't take highs out here. Maybe we took this high, but we are creating a SIBI here. Oops. This could be our move. I would probably do that because my conditions weren't fully met here. But it is aligned with bias. So I'm taking a smaller position on this here. This is looking good. Just came to this 1 hour breaker. Let's see what this does now. Kind of had a feeling I was going to get rampaged here. Let's see. Let me draw this out. Okay, loss number one. Should have my stop up here. But okay, so looking at this price action, it's pretty terrible. So we're just waiting for. We have to wait for proper manipulation, which I got manipulated in actually. This is now I'm looking at this on hindsight. This is manipulation lower to go higher. So we'll see how high it goes. Let's see what this does. If this gives me a strong reverse up, I'm looking for a busy. Let's just look for a busy. I took out the cycle low. Kind of actually closed it. So no busy here. It's a pretty significant inverse. So there's nothing really to pull back into. I wouldn't want it to come here. Let's just see where we end up here. Whoops. Let's just say next 26 seconds we're stopping here. That's a lot. That's a lot. So one contract is roughly what we're looking at. If I reduce risk by half, I could do two. Am I willing to do that? No, I'm not. One it is. And we have an inverse. Yeah, we closed inside. If we pop up respecting this volume imbalance, which we're not. Looks like volume balances are not in PD array today. See how the body respects this. Came all the way down here. Respected it. I like this reaction off of this. If we get above here, I'll reduce my risk to here. But I need to inverse this SIBI here. And coincidentally, this gets inverse too. So I need to see all of that, and I'll go in for two contracts. Looks like this is following suit. Okay. Conditions met for here. So I want to see how price reacts to this now. Close in this SIBI, not above. If we close above here, I need to close at least here. And then I can take this position. It's not doing that. It's respecting here. Okay, I'm gonna take this right here. So I'm going long. My stop will be below here. Okay. And take profits basically from up here. Just a little short. And I'll probably take a contract this SIBI here. And this was a significant level right here. Ideally, I want to see this hold. Don't want it to go underneath this. So that's a bad sign for me. So both of these are adverse now. If I was pyramiding, that would have been an ad right there. That tap into here. I'm gonna let this position go, and I want a pyramid here. All right, and that's it. So now raise the risk to there. I want it to stay above this inverse. And I'll take two contracts off here and let the rest ride. Or one here, one here. Mean threshold or consequent encroachment of this has almost been met. The other problem with this is that you're fading all-time highs, so makes it harder to go short. I'm glad I only took a smaller position here. That was a good loss, in my opinion. Just out of the way. My thoughts right now are that I was hoping that this would take off as soon as we inversed here, but instead now we're consolidating. We have generated sell side liquidity here, buy side liquidity here, above these highs and lows. So we're kind of just dancing now, and I don't like that because this could swing low here, refill, or like revisit this inverse fair value gap down here. Sorry for all that flicker, but revisit all this, meaning my stop could be a potential problem. Like if I want to be safe, I'd have to actually keep it here, maybe, but even safer would be here below this low. And that increases my risk significantly because I pyramided. Three taps into this inverse fair value gap. I really don't want it coming down again here. And if it does, a quick stab through and then up. That's what I need to see. Any closes underneath here, I should probably let the position go, but I won't because historically, um, I'm usually pretty good about trades. I just need to let them play out. Like in that now, and maintain that momentum. That would be wonderful. Now, I definitely don't want it to come back down here, so I can leave my stop there. I'm going to see how it reacts to this level here. So, like I said, if I stall here in any way, I'll take a contract off. Okay, we tap there. Let's see what we're doing. Okay, and I think I'm gonna take a contract off here. Oh, show me some strength there. Come on. Yeah, okay. I took a contract out there. Pretty much break even for the day now because I almost covered this. I'm gonna leave my stop. Again, historically, price tends to go back and take it out, but mm, it's also Friday. Yeah, I don't like that. Pull back. We created an imbalance here, and we have lows here that have been generated. If we don't go up here and expand through all this, next, so I'm experiencing fear. Um, Definitely experiencing fear, right? I don't want to lose what I've already gained. But what I have to understand is that when I take a position, I've set the risk. I've created a plan, and I kind of need to see it through. Because when it comes to trade management, sometimes it's like by like moving to break even too early, I can basically get stopped out and then see the price move forward or move in my direction. That happens quite a bit. Um, so I need to be patient and I need to trust the process. Notice how this city was pretty insignificant. Just went straight through it, didn't respect it at all. But this held. Looks like this is holding too. If this creates a low here, that's not a great sign. Lots of squares now. I don't like that. I don't even know what this is. The inverse, the 4 hour. So it's overlapping with the 4 hour here. What is this? Oh, this is the 1 hour. Yeah, this is trapped order flow. So we're trapped between this BISI and this. Actually, it's this breaker right here. This breaker where we tapped into here. I really want to see price expand out of here. If we get above here, I will move to break even, because then I really don't want to see price go back, because this is very significant here. I want to see this inversed and act as support. If we inverse this and don't see it support, then it's definitely going to run me and go low. This level is holding very well. Almost could see price get back to 9:30 and midnight open. This level, which held previously as a SIBI, has been inversed, potentially using it as support right now. There you go. Inversed roughly. I'm gonna wait until this candle closes. Okay, got this high. Normally, this could be a potential take profit as well, considering like we had a kind of an order block formation here, pretty a higher time frame order block type deal. But my draw on liquidity is up here, so I want to see price get to these relative equal highs, and then I'll take another contract off. I'm hoping that price kind of zips through this imbalance here. Let me go to the higher time frame. It's 5 minutes. This right here. You see that low within these two imbalances right there? I should take a contract off. So I'm going to mark that level. That's where I'll take the next contract. I'm moving this to break even because I do not want it getting back there. There. So I guarantee myself 100. We have a busy here, a 5 minute, but I don't want it coming back down here because of that significant 1 minute. So if it does come back down here, I'll consider it that this trade is you know, that wasn't paying out the way that I'd like it to. It's 10:53. We are in the macro time, so I really want to see price just expand, ideally. And I don't want to see price go underneath here. I'll give it a breathe, but I'm not going to place my stop here because if it wicks lower, then goes higher, I'll be kind of upset getting knocked out prior to the move. But if it closes below here, I'll probably close the position. Just call it. Whoops. And yeah, I don't need these quarter levels anymore. Yeah, there. This was the. Actually, let me go back to quickly. This right here. CD rate plus plus. We got to the 930 open. We tapped that significant level. I do want to see. I do want to see it go through though. I really hope it's not like, oh, I'm going back up above 930 just to go lower, because that would be pretty sad. And in terms of premium and discount, totally, totally could be like that. That is what we're seeing, because we're above both 930 and midnight price. And if we're considering this as like a reversal, but I mean, just given the higher time frame, I would not want to. I'm not leaning towards that. Like, I feel like price overall is aiming higher in oil, like on the 4 hour and the daily. So I'm gonna maintain this. And either way, I'll be up on the day. Like, even if it's a little. This is respected the top of this very well. If I get like a if we get like a SIBI down, that could be a potential entry, but we're at 1056, so we have to see that happen pretty soon here. Okay. Uh, no, I'm not taking this by any means, but I'm just talking. I already said once I pyramided in here, I told myself I wouldn't take anything here. Actually, since I did that, actually, I could just kind of do this. There. And we can see oil a lot better. 30 seconds until the window's closed. Um, then actually the new hourly candle is gonna start, right? Let's see what this is. Pretty good reaction on the hourly. We're creating a wick. Consequent encroachment is literally where my price starts, roughly. I don't like that. I was hoping that we get up here. All right, so let's see. Still want to see this hold. Want this to hold. Wicking into it is fine. Wicking through it is fine. But I want this level to hold. Bodies are hold. Again, wick through here. Wick through. But I want this to hold, and if it doesn't, then I'll close the position. All right, so that's not, well, so it closed here, still within, but that's not a great reaction. Potentially, I mean, we held this, right? So this is another significant level right here. This and this. So this is why I kept the cushion. I don't want to, like, I absolutely didn't want it coming down here, but these two levels were significant. This not as much, but this definitely. I imagine that if I threw a Sibby in here, like for the 5 minute, it's probably like this is probably like consequent approach or mean threshold or something like that. Let's see. No, it's not actually. That gap goes all the way up here. 15 minute here to there. Nope. I like how this imbalance here matches up with the consequent or mean threshold. This 5 minute OB. So I'm hoping to take a contract up in a year. I won't just take it here unless it really stalls, but I'm hoping to take it up here. Another, this is actually a little bit more than just an inverse because it's balanced price action. So this P but inverse. More capacity. Don't mind my wife and child. All right, here we go. Price is really stalling here. I'm frustrated. So I don't expect price to come down. I don't want price to come down here anymore. So now I've kind of guaranteed this profit. Buy side. Yikes, might get stopped out here now. If it decides it wants to go for I really wanted to hold this level though, because it's balanced price action right here. Actually, it's gonna set this way just a bit, just to reflect that. Mm, if we close below this, then this is not significant. Yikes. I've already set my stop loss here and set my expectation. So, I mean, if it stops me out, then I just moved earlier than I should have. But it also means that my psychology is waning, so I shouldn't be in this trade anymore. I don't like this close below here. It just basically negated this level. They were in here. Really wanted to just pop through, but there's a chance it rejects here. So if I see a down close candle in any way here, I'm taking up a profit. I'm glad to get to this point or out here. It's coinciding with this level right here. I think we're almost there. Just about. Yeah, don't like that. Really want these candles to stay in this box. I had to close out. I mean, right now, as it stands, I'm gonna just take a profit. This is a pretty significant level. I think I'm just gonna do it. Okay, I just took contract off right here. I was hoping to get up here, but it's okay. I mean, this whole area is like very significant. I was kind of expecting this, but I was thinking, oh, what if it just blows through? Um, but it's fine. So now this will be like if we do end up getting if I do end up getting stopped out here, like this is like basically the equivalent of like what I lost on the first trade. So everything else is profit on top. But I'm still, like I said, I've got my target set for up here. I could just do this, honestly. I don't need that. Like this would be amazing if I can get over there. Get up to these relative equal highs. I'd be more than happy. And just take a piece of the move. That'd be great. But I'm not gonna record this anymore because I won't be paying attention to it anymore. I'll just let the trade play out now. Alrighty.